Welcome back to Footnotes and Folly, and to Love's Labours Lost. I am Pemberton. This is part 4, the last, and a comedy that suddenly remembers the world is not all jest. The lords come back as themselves, are neatly trapped into admitting their Russian foolery, and then sit down to watch the amateur pageant of the 9 worthies which the witty courtiers heckle so mercilessly that poor Holofernes and his fellows are laughed off the grass, and the Spaniard Armado is shamed over the daymaid he has got with child. And just as the mirth is at its height, a man in black walks in. Marcade brings word that the princess's father, the King of France, is dead, and in an instant the laughter stops. The ladies must go home to mourn. The lovers' game is broken off, and instead of the weddings a comedy promises, the men are sent away to wait and prove themselves a full year and a day. Let us finish it.
The word fair in your all hail sounds foul to me, as I understand it. Interpret my words more kindly, if you can. Then wish me kinder fortune. I give you permission. We came to visit you, and now we mean to lead you to our court. Please agree to it. This field shall keep me here, and so shall keep your vow. Neither God nor I take pleasure in men who break sacred oaths. Do not rebuke me for what you yourself make me do. The power of your eyes must break my oath. You give vice the name of virtue. You should have said vice, for virtue's work never breaks a man's pledged faith. Now by my maiden honor, still as pure as an unstained lily, I swear that even if I had to suffer a world of torments, I would not consent to be a guest in your house. I hate so much to become the cause of breaking heavenly oaths that were sworn with honest purpose. Oh, you have lived in loneliness here, unseen and unvisited, and that is much to our shame. Not so, my lord. It is not so, I swear. We have had entertainments here and pleasant sport. A party of Russians left us only a short while ago. How, madam? Russians? Yes, truly, my lord. Fine gallants, full of courtly manners and ceremony. Madam, speak truth. It was not so, my lord. My lady, according to the fashion of the day, gives undeserved praise out of courtesy. We four were indeed met by 4 men dressed in Russian clothes. They stayed here an hour and talked very quickly, and in that hour, my lord, they did not bless us with one happy word. I dare not call them fools, but this I think, when they are thirsty, fools would gladly have a drink. That joke tastes dry to me. My gentle sweet, your wit makes wise things look foolish. When we look up with eyes at their best sight toward heaven's fiery eye, by light we lose light. Your understanding is of such a kind, and your treasure of wit so great, that wise things seem foolish beside it, and rich things seem poor. That proves you wise and rich, for in my eyes, I am a fool and full of poverty. If you had not taken what belongs to you, it would have been wrong to snatch the words out of my mouth. Oh, I am yours and all that I possess. All the fool is mine? I cannot give you less. Which mask was it that you wore? Where? When? What mask? Why do you ask me that? There then, that mask, that unnecessary covering that hid the worse face and showed the better one. We are discovered. Now they will mock us outright. Let us confess and turn it into a joke. Amazed, my lord? Why does your highness look so sad? Help! Hold his forehead. He will faint. Why do you look so pale? Seasick, I think, from coming out of Muscovy. So the stars pour down plagues for perjury. Can any brazen face hold out any longer? Here I stand, lady, shoot all your skill at me. Bruise me with scorn, overwhelm me with a taunt, thrust your sharp wit straight through my ignorance, cut me to pieces with your keen invention, and I will wish you never to dance again, nor ever again to attend on anyone in Russian costume. Oh, never will I trust speeches written beforehand, nor the coached motion of a schoolboy's tongue, nor ever come masked before my friend, nor woo in rhyme like a blind harper's song. Taffeta phrases, silken precise terms, triple, piled exaggerations, neat affectation, pedantic figures. These summer flies have filled me with maggoty showiness. I renounce them, and here I swear, by this white glove, how white the hand is, God knows, that from now on my courting mind shall be spoken in plain homespun yeses and honest woolen noes. And to begin, girl, so God help me, my love for you is sound, without crack or flaw. Without, I pray you. Still I have a habit of the old fever. Bear with me, I am sick, and I will leave it little by little. Wait, let us see. Right, Lord, have mercy on us over those 3. They are infected. The sickness lies in their hearts. They have the plague, and caught it from your eyes. These lords have been visited. You ladies are not free of it either, for I see the Lord's tokens on you. No, the ones who gave those tokens to us are free. Our estates are forfeited. Do not try to undo us. That is not so. For how can it be true that you stand forfeited when you are the ones who sue? Peace. I will have nothing to do with you. Nor shall you if I do as I intend. Speak for yourselves. My wit is spent. Teach us, sweet madam, some fair excuse for our rude offense. The fairest excuse is confession. Were you not here just now, disguised? Madam, I was. And were you acting wisely? I was, fair madam. When you were here then, what did you whisper in your lady's ear? That I valued her more than all the world. When she demands that promise, you will deny her. On my honor, no. Peace, peace, stop. Once your oath is broken, you do not mind swearing falsely again. Advise me when I break this oath of mine. I will, therefore keep it. Rosaline, what did the Russian whisper in your ear? Madame, he swore that he held me dear as precious eyesight, and valued me above this world, and he added, moreover, that he would marry me, or else die my lover. God give you joy of him. The noble lord most honorably keeps his word. What do you mean, madame? By my life and my faith, I never swore such an oath to this lady. By heaven you did. And to prove it plainly, you gave me this. Take it back, sir. My faith in this I gave to the princess. I knew her by this jewel on her sleeve. Pardon me, sir, she wore this jewel. And Lord Baron, I thank him, is my dear one. What will you have me, or have your pearl again? Neither one nor the other, I give up both. I see the trick of it. There was a plot here, knowing beforehand of our merry game, to ruin it like a Christmas comedy. Some tale, carrier, some flatterer, some silly clown, some news, mumbler, some table, serving knight, some dick who smiles, till his cheeks are wrinkled and knows the trick of making my lady laugh when she is in the mood, told our intentions in advance. Once they were revealed, the ladies changed favors, and then we, following the signs, wooed only the sign of the woman. Now to make our perjury more terrible, we are forsworn again in intention and in error. Much of this is because of that. To buoy it. And could you not forestall our sport, and make us thus untrue? Do you not know my lady's foot by the measure, and laugh right into the apple of her eye? Do you not stand between her back, sir, and the fire, holding a platter and jesting merrily? You put our page out. Go, you are licensed. Die when you will. A woman's smock shall be your shroud. Are you leering at me? There is an eye that wounds like a leaden sword. Very merrily this brave handling, this charge has been run. Look, he tilts straight at me. Peace. I am done. Costard enters. Welcome, pure wit. You break up a fine quarrel. O lord, sir, they want to know whether the 3 worthies shall come in or not. What, are there only 3? No, sir, but it is very fine, because everyone presents 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Not so, sir, with correction, sir. I hope it is not so. You cannot take us for fools, sir, I can assure you, sir. We know what we know. I hope, sir, 3 times 3, sir, is not 9. With correction, sir, we know what it comes to. By Jove, I always took 3 threes to be 9. O lord, sir, it would be a pity if you had to earn your living by arithmetic, sir. How much is it? O lord, sir, the parties themselves, the actors, sir, will show what it comes to. For my own part, I am, as they say, only to perfect one man and one poor man, Pompey the Great, sir. Are you one of the worthies? It pleased them to think me worthy of Pompey the Great. For my own part, I do not know the rank of the worthy, but I am to stand for him. Go tell them to prepare. We will turn it off finely, sir, we will take some care. Costard exits. Baron, they will disgrace us. Do not let them come near. We are beyond shame now, my lord, and it is a kind of strategy to have one show appear worse than the king and his company did. I say they shall not come in. No, my good lord, let me overrule you this once. The entertainment that pleases best is often the one that least knows how to do it. When earnest effort struggles to delight us, and the performance collapses inside that very earnestness, the ruined shape of it makes the best shape for laughter. Great attempts, straining hard, often die as soon as they are born. A perfect description of our own entertainment, my lord. Armado, the braggart, enters. Anointed sovereign, I beg the small expense of enough of your royal sweet breath to utter 2 words. Armado and king speak apart. Does this man serve God? Why do you ask? He does not speak like a man God made. That is all one, my fair, sweet, honey monarch, for I swear the schoolmaster is extremely fantastical, far too vain, far, far too vain. But we will put it, as they say, to the fortune of war. I wish you peace of mind, most royal joint pair. Armado exits. We are likely to have a fine appearance of worthies. He presents Hector of Troy, the rustic Pompey the Great, the parish curate Alexander, Armado's page Hercules, and the pedant Judas Maccabeus. And if these 4 worthies do well in their first showing, these 4 will change costumes and present the other 5. There are 5 in the first show. You are mistaken. It is not so. The pedant, the braggart, the hedge priest, the fool, and the boy. Subtract a throw at the dice game novum, and the whole world again could not pick out 5 like them, each in his own vein. The ship is under sail, and here she comes fast. Costard enters as Pompey. I Pompey him. You lie, you are not he. I Pompey him. With a leopard's head on his knee. Well said, old mocker. I must be friends with you. I Pompey am Pompey surnamed the Big. The Great. It is great, sir, Pompey surnamed the Great, who often in the field, with shield and target, made my enemies sweat. And travelling along this coast, I have arrived here by chance, and lay my arms before the legs of this sweet lady of France. If your ladyship would say, thanks, Pompey, I would be done. Great thanks, great Pompey. It is not worth so much, but I hope I was flawless. I made one small fault and great. I would wager my hat against a halfpenny that Pompey proves the best worthy. Nathaniel, the curate, enters as Alexander. When I lived in the world, I commanded the world. To east, west, north, and south I spread my conquering power. My shield plainly declares that I am Alessander. Your nose says no, you are not, it leans to the right. Your nose smells out no in this most tender-smelling night. Conqueror is shaken. Go on, good Alexander. When I lived in the world, I commanded the world. Most true, that is right. You were so, Alessander. Pompey the Great. Your servant and Costard. Take away the conqueror. Take away Alessander. Oh, sir, you have overthrown Alessander the conqueror. You will be scraped out of the painted cloth for this. Your lion, the one that sits on a close stool holding his poleaxe, will be given to Ajax. He will become the 9th worthy. A conqueror and afraid to speak. Run away for shame, Alessander. Nathaniel withdraws. There, if it please you, is a foolish mild man, an honest man, look you, and easily put out. He is a marvellous good neighbour truly, and a very good bowler, but as Alessander, alas, you see how it is, a little overcast. There are worthies coming who will speak their minds in another fashion. Stand aside, good Pompey. Holofernes, the pedant, enters as Judas, and Moth, the boy, enters as Hercules. Great Hercules is presented by the small child whose club killed Cerberus, that 3-headed dog, and when he was a baby, a child, a little shrimp, he strangled serpents with these hands. Since he appears to be underage, therefore I come with this apology. Keep some dignity in your exit and vanish. Moth withdraws. Judas, I am. A Judas. Not Iscariot, sir. Judas, I am, called Maccabeus. Judas Maccabeus clipped short as plain, Judas. A kissing traitor. How are you proved Judas? Judas, I am. The more shame for you, Judas. What do you mean, sir? To make Judas hang himself. Begin, sir, you are my elder. Well followed. Judas was hanged on an elder tree. I will not be put out of countenance, because you have no face. What is this? A cittern head. The head of a bodkin. A death's head in a ring. The face of an old Roman coin barely visible. Pommel of Caesar's sword. A carved, bone face on a flask. St. George's half, chic in a brooch. Yes, and in a brooch made of lead. Yes, and worn in the cap of a tooth puller. And now go forward, for we have put you in countenance. You have put me out of countenance. False. We have given you faces. But you have outfaced them all. If you were a lion, we would do the same. Therefore, since he is an ass, let him go. And so farewell, sweet Jude. No, why do you stay? For the last part of his name. For the ass to join the Jude? Give it to him. Judas away. This is not generous, not gentle, not humble. A light for Monsieur Judas. It grows dark, he may stumble. Holofernes exits. Alas, poor Maccabeus, how he has been baited. Armado, the braggart, enters as Hector. Hide your head, Achilles. Here comes Hector in armor. Though my mockery comes back at me, I will now be merry. Hector was only a Trojan compared with this one. But is this Hector? I think Hector was not so neatly built. His leg is too big for Hector's. More calf, certainly. No, he is best endowed in the small parts. This cannot be Hector. He is a god or a painter, for he makes faces. The weapon, mighty Mars, almighty lord of lances, gave Hector a gift. A gilded nutmeg. A lemon. Stuck with cloves. No cloven. Peace. The weapon, mighty Mars, almighty lord of lances, gave Hector a gift, the heir of Ilion, a man so full of breath and courage that he would surely fight, yes, from morning till night, out of his pavilion. I am that flower. That mint. That columbine. Sweet Lord Longavel, rein in your tongue. I must rather give it the rein, for it runs against Hector. Yes, and Hector is a greyhound. The sweet man of war is dead and rotten. Sweet dears, do not beat the bones of the buried. When he breathed, he was a man. But I will continue with my device. Sweet royalty, grant me the use of your hearing. Speak, brave Hector, we are much delighted. I adore your sweet Grace's slipper. He loves her by the foot. He may not love her by the yard. This Hector far surpassed Hannibal. The party is gone. Fellow Hector, she is gone. She is 2 months on her way. What do you mean? Faith, unless you play the honest Trojan, the poor girl is ruined. She is quick with child. The child already boasts in her belly. It is yours. Do you infamize me among potentates? You shall die. Then Hector will be whipped for Jaquenetta, who is quick by him, and hanged for Pompey, who is dead by him. Most rare Pompey. Renowned Pompey. Greater than great. Great, great, great Pompey. Pompey the huge. Hector trembles. Pompey is stirred. More eights, more eights. Urge them on, urge them on. Hector will challenge him. Yes, if he has no more man's blood in his belly than would feed a flea. By the North Pole I challenge you. I will not fight with a pole like a northern man. I will do it by the sword. I beg you, let me borrow my arms again. Make room for the enraged worthies. I will do it in my shirt. Most resolute Pompey. Master, let me take you a buttonhole lower. Do you not see Pompey is stripping down for the combat? What are you thinking? You will lose your reputation. Gentlemen and soldiers, pardon me. I will not fight in my shirt. You may not refuse it. Pompey has made the challenge. Sweet young gentlemen, I both may do it and will do it. What reason have you for that? The plain naked truth is this: I have no shirt. I wear wool next to my skin as penance. True, that penance was laid on him in Rome for lack of linen. Since then, I will swear, he has worn nothing but one of Jaquenetta's dishcloths, and he wears that next to his heart as her favour. A messenger enters. Monsieur Marcade ici. God save you, madam. Welcome, Marcade, though you break into our merriment. I am sorry, madam, for the news I bring lies heavy on my tongue. The king, your father, dead, as my life tells me. Even so. My tale is told. Worthies away. The scene begins to darken. For my own part, I breathe freely. I have seen the day of wrong through the small keyhole of discretion, and I will right myself like a soldier. The worthies depart. How does your majesty fare? Wyatt, make ready. I will leave tonight. Madam, do not. I beg you stay. Make ready, I say. I thank you, gracious lords, for all your fair efforts, and I ask from a soul newly made sad, that in your generous wisdom you excuse or conceal the free resistance of our spirits. If we have carried ourselves too boldly in talk, your own gentleness was partly to blame for allowing it. Farewell, worthy lord. A heavy heart does not carry a quick tongue. So excuse me if I fall short of thanks for the great request you granted me so readily. The most extreme moments of time force every cause into the shape demanded by their speed, and often, at the very instant of release, decide what long debate could never settle. Though a child's mourning brow forbids the smiling courtesy of love, and chills the holy suit that love would gladly plead, still, since love's argument had already begun, do not let the cloud of sorrow push it from its purpose. To mourn friends lost is not nearly so healthy or profitable as to rejoice in friends newly found. I do not understand you. My griefs are doubled. Honest plain words best pierce the ear of grief, so let these tokens explain the king. For your fair sakes we have wasted time and played false with our oaths. Your beauty, ladies, has greatly misshaped us, bending our moods to the very opposite of what we intended. Whatever has seemed ridiculous in us came from love. Love is full of unfitting strains, wanton as a child, skipping in vain. Since it is formed by the eye, it is like the eye, full of strange shapes, manners, and forms, changing with every object the eye rolls toward. If this patchwork appearance of loose love, put on by us, has ill-suited our oaths and seriousness in your heavenly eyes, then those same heavenly eyes looked into these faults and urged us to commit them. Therefore, ladies, since our love belongs to you, the error love makes belongs to you as well. We prove false to ourselves only by being once false, so that we may forever be true to those who make us both false and true, fair ladies you. And even that falsehood, a sin in itself, is purified in this way and turns to grace. We received your letters full of love, and your gifts, those ambassadors of love. In our maiden council we rated them as courtship, pleasant jest, and courtesy, as padding and lining for the time. More devout than that we have not been in our regard, and therefore we met your loves in their own style, as merriment. Our letters, madam, showed much more than jest. So did our looks. We did not read them that way. Now, at the last minute of the hour, grant us your love. A time too short, I think, to make a bargain meant to last world without end. No, no, my lord. Your grace is deeply perjured, full of costly guilt. Therefore, here is my answer. If for my love, though there is no such cause, you will do anything, then do this for me. I will not trust your oath. Go quickly to some bare and lonely hermitage, far from all the pleasures of the world, and stay there until the 12 heavenly signs have completed the year's account. If that stern and unsocial life does not change the offer you made in hot blood, if frost and fasting, hard beds and thin clothing do not nip the bright blossoms of your love, but it bears this trial and remains love still, then, when the year has expired, come claim me by these deserts. And by this virgin hand now kissing yours, I will be yours. Until that moment, I will shut my sorrowful self in a mournful house, raining tears of lamentation in memory of my father's death. If you deny this, let our hands part with neither of us entitled to the other's heart. If I should deny this, or more than this, merely to flatter my powers with rest, let the sudden hand of death close up my eye. To the hermitage, then. My heart is in your breast. They speak apart. And what for me, my love? What for me? A wife. A beard, fair health, and honesty. With threefold love I wish you all three. Oh, shall I say I thank you, gentle wife? Not so, my lord. For a year and a day I will take no account of words spoken by smooth-faced suitors. Come when the king comes to my lady, then if I have much love, I will give you some. I will serve you truly and faithfully until then. Still, do not swear in case you are forsworn again. They speak apart. What says Maria? At the year's end I will exchange my black gown for a faithful friend. I will wait with patience, but the time is long. The more like you, few men so tall or so young. They speak apart. Is my lady thinking? Mistress, look on me. See the window of my heart, my eye, and the humble plea waiting there for your answer. Lay some service on me for your love. Often I heard of you, my lord Baron, before I saw you, and the world's broad tongue proclaims you a man full of mockery, packed with comparisons and cutting jeers, which you spend on every rank of person that falls within the mercy of your wit. To weed this bitter wormwood from your fruitful brain, and along with that to win me, if you please, without which I am not to be won, you shall spend this whole year, day by day, visiting the speechless sick and keeping company with groaning sufferers. Your task shall be to use the sharpest force of all your wit to make the pained and powerless smile, to stir wild laughter in the throat of death. It cannot be, it is impossible. Mirth cannot move a soul in agony. Why, that is the way to choke a mocking spirit, whose power is born from the loose favor that shallow, laughing listeners give to fools. A jest succeeds in the ear of the one who hears it, never in the tongue of the one who makes it. So if sickly ears, deafened by the cries of their own dear groans, will listen to your idle scorns, keep on, and I will take you with that fault included. But if they will not, throw that spirit away, and I shall find you emptied of that fault, right glad of your reform. A year? Well, come what may, I will just for a year in a hospital. Yes, sweet my lord, and so I take my leave. No, madam, we will escort you on your way. Our wooing does not end like an old play. Jack has not got Jill. These ladies' courtesy might well have made our sport a comedy. Come, sir, it lacks a year and a day, and then it will end. That is too long for a play. Armado the braggart enters. Sweet majesty, grant me. Was not that Hector? Worthy knight of Troy. I will kiss your royal finger and take my leave. I am a vowed man. I have promised Jaquenetta that for her sweet love I will hold the plough for 3 years. But most esteemed greatness, will you hear the dialogue that the 2 learned men have composed in praise of the owl and the cuckoo? It should have followed at the end of our show. Call them forward quickly. We will hear it. Hulla! Come forward. All enter. This side is Heem's winter. This is Ver the spring. One is upheld by the owl, the other by the cuckoo. Ver, begin. Speckled daisies and blue violets, silver white lady, smocks, and yellow cuckoo buds color the meadows with delight. Then the cuckoo calls from every tree, mocking married men with his song. Cuckoo. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Oh, what a frightening word, unpleasant to a married ear. When shepherds play pipes made of oak, straw, and cheerful larks serve as ploughmen's clocks, when doves mate, and rooks and daws do the same, and young women bleach their summer shifts, then the cuckoo calls from every tree, mocking married men with his song. Cuckoo. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Oh, what a frightening word, unpleasant to a married ear. When icicles hang along the wall, and Dick the shepherd blows on his cold fingers, when Tom carries logs into the hall, and the milk comes home frozen in the pail, when blood is pinched with cold and the roads are filthy, then every night the staring owl sings, to wit, to woo, a merry note while greasy Joan cools and stirs the pot. When the wind blows loudly everywhere and coughing drowns out the parson's sermon, when birds sit huddled in the snow, and Marian's nose looks red and raw, when roasted crab apples hiss in the bowl, then every night the staring owl sings, to wit, to woo, a merry note while greasy Joan cools and stirs the pot. The words of Mercury sound harsh after the songs of Apollo. You go that way, we will go this way. They all leave.
And their love's labour's lost ends, and it ends, as Baron himself says, not like an old play. Jack hath not Jill. There are no weddings, only postponements. The princess and her ladies leave for France in mourning, and the king and his lords are sent off to hermitages and hospitals and a year's hard proving, to show whether vows made in the heat of love can outlast frost and grief. It is the strangest of endings for a comedy, sweetness pulled up short by a death, the promised joy deferred just out of reach, and Shakespeare lets the owl and the cuckoo, winter and spring, have the last word instead of any lover. The words of Mercury are harsh after the songs of Apollo, ye that way, we this way. Thank ye for sitting with the whole of love's labours lost. Mind the footnotes, and beware the folly.